worrying, struggling, freaking out, being the same as everybody else has never created more money showing up in your bank account. If you're always calibrating your success by the amount of money that you have in your bank account or have in your wallet or, all of this, then you're going to exclude the energy that allows that wealth to show up, that choice for wealth. What if you could look beyond what currently is rather than going to the freak out and allowing that energy of chaos to enter in? You are the one who gets to choose. You are the one that gets to take action and change whatever the hell you desire, but you got to choose it. I have had, no money. I've been in debt. I've had just enough to pay the bills. I've, earned money and got rid of it as quickly as I can. And most people have this, variations of how they be with money. If they hoard it, save it, spend it, all these different things. And I think the crux of it is, what if you were not fully aware of what your point of view is with money and started asking that question too? What's your point of view about money? Because I think so many people get confused and they pick up the thoughts, feelings, and emotions of others. There's all these different things that go on. And I've noticed that I started to freak out about money and other people have started to freak out about money. Like, if you created for wealth and not for money, what would you choose? It's creating a different future and a greater future. And I see a lot of people don't actually choose that because they're not willing to be in this piece of it. They're not willing to be in this, and it's not linear. It's wealth creation. It's not money as per this reality. Money per this reality is so I earn X amount, I've got these bills coming in, I pay the bills, and this is the amount of money that I have afterwards, and that's my profit, and that's what I get to, play with. That's if you're doing it well. That's if you're a good, a good little girl or a good little boy. Whereas if you're not, then you spend too much money and, you're living a champagne lifestyle and a beer budget, as they say, and then you end up in debt or you're just not looking at it. What if none of that was real? Like, none of that was real. What if you could start asking some questions and asking questions of like, is this creating wealth? Like, what could you reach for that you're not reaching for? And ask also, what is this creating for the future that you're not acknowledging? It's not about, like working your ass off and getting stressed and getting frustrated, etc. It's about being you. Like, if you were being you today with your financial reality, what would you choose? Do you enjoy your investments? Like, if you have a house or different investments, do you enjoy them? Or are they a struggle? Because what if there was not this normality of an exchange? We're taught that everything is transactional and that there's an exchange reality. Well, what if it's not? What if it's different? What if there is an energy and that energy includes that energy of wealth, that we can actualize a different possibility here on the planet instead of getting all stressed out about money and freaked out about money? What would it take for me to have so much friggin' joy and beauty in my world today? And that's wealth for me. It's a sense of having, a sense of receiving, a sense of also gifting, a sense of peace, no judgment. I would say for me, like a hedonistic lifestyle that has the elegance and infinite choice. So it includes money, and and it's not about money. Money creates separation, wealth doesn't. Get a notebook out or something, I love old school notebooks, notebook and pen, and write it down, like, what is wealth for you? And because here's the thing, if you reach for that energy, money shows up. But if you're always making it about the money, like calibrating your success by the amount of money that you have in your bank account or have in your wallet or, all of this, then you're going to exclude the energy that allows that wealth to show up, that choice for wealth, you know? And because to be honest, what I started doing too was I was like, wow, should I sell this house? Should I do this? Should I do that? And none of it had a lightness to it. It was like trying to fix a problem, which by the way, there is no problem. You invent a problem, but that's was the energy. It was like trying to fix a problem, find a solution. Have I was like, I'd like to have surplus in my bank account, not like, oh no, another bill coming, another bill. And admittedly, like I said, I'm renovating my house. It's costing me a lot of money, and it's great. But I'm actually, wow, thank you. I just got that. Thank you, house. Thank you, everything. I'm actually grateful for this energy because if I wasn't renovating it, then I would have been, as I would have said, playing it safe. And that's what I found I was trying to go back to was like, how do I play it safe again? No, what if wealth is
Mm.
not about playing it safe? What if wealth was about being in question and having chaos, be your lifestyle? Let's make some money. Like, let's look at what else is possible. So one of the people said that what they do is contract when money is brought up, like, in this staff thread. And I was like, oh, and I realized what I would do, like I work really well with numbers. So for me, if I'm involved in a project or a business and we're like, hey, we're short this or we need this or da da da, what this is coming up, I'm like, great, because there is more of a demand in my world. And that demand in
Mm.
my world allows me to lean into a different possibility and be in question and create. Like I get really creative and I don't contract. I don't do that. I like lean into it. So what if it's such a point of view and worrying, struggling, freaking out, being the same as everybody else has never created more money showing up in your bank account? Let's not go to conclusion. Let's always be in question. Because if we keep saying, oh, based on this, dun, 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 we may as well be waking up in the morning and hitting our head against the brick wall, the same brick wall we've
Mm.
been hitting it against, rather than going, okay, what do we need to look at here? What could we do and be different? What if you could look beyond what currently is rather than going to the freak out and allowing that energy of chaos to enter in that holds hand, I think, so closely with wealth and go, okay,
Mm.
bring it on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What else is truly possible here? There's a generosity spirit with wealth. Let's say that. And there's a gifting and receiving with wealth. Whereas money has such a, like I said before, is so transactional and has this give and take. And, one of the things that we talk about in Access Consciousness is the elementals. And the elementals are something that's, not even on the, periodic chart, but they're an energy. Okay. So they're
Mm.
an energy. And one of the elementals is gratitude. One of the elementals is peace, So if we just look at gratitude and it's their molecules of consciousness. And so if you have gratitude for the gifting that is going on, for the receiving, for the people, for the money that you have, for the money that you don't have, if you have gratitude and it's a molecule of consciousness, is it going to create something more for you? Something greater? Like what future is that gratitude going to create that you haven't been willing to acknowledge? Or are you doing judgment of you and judgment of money, which literally creates separation and it separates you from money? Money doesn't like change who you be, it makes you more of who you are. Like it can contribute to that. So, I mean, so many people have the point of view, oh, rich people are assholes. It's like, no, you don't become an asshole because you've got money in the bank account. If you're an asshole, you're just an asshole. And if you have a generosity of spirit, it's like it can increase your generosity of spirit. Like money can
Mm.
contribute to you. So, how many of you have not been allowing money to contribute to you? And will you now allow money to contribute to you? So, if you are freaking out about money today, please know that you can choose something different, like take some action. So a long time ago, I kept going to this, like, as access was increasing, I had the point of view that I was being overwhelmed, and I'd be like, "Oh my god, I'm so overwhelmed," because there was so much to do, is what I thought. But that holds hands with being a control freak and having to, control everything. So, and I remember I spoke to Gary one day, and he said, "Would an infinite being be overwhelmed?"
Mm,
I was like, no. And ever since then, if there's that energy in my world where I have that sense of overwhelm, I go, okay, stop. Whatever I'm doing, I pivot, I change, I do something different. Like if I'm at a computer, if I'm on the phone, I'll even like go make a cup of tea or go water a plant or call someone or go lie down for 5 minutes or go work out or something. Like I change what I'm currently doing so that I can look at there's infinite possibilities and there's infinite choice and there's infinite energy available. I'm not actually overwhelmed. But
mm,
what else is there that I can even add, which is, people who are overwhelmed go, no, I can't add anything else. Yeah, but you can. You actually can add something different and add something more.
mm,
And it could just be, okay, I'm going to add the energy of ease with this. And then you might go, wow, you know what? I don't need to call 10 people. I need to call 2 people to get this moving. And that's the receiving in that energy of chaos too. Like there's this lot of energies with money. Like you can, like I said right at the beginning, people hoard money, people save money, people spend money, they refuse it, they avoid it, all these different things. What is it that you're currently choosing with money that you could change that would allow wealth to show up? What if you start asking, what if you could spend money to create a future? Are you spending money to create a future? Now, what does that mean? Okay, my house as an example, it's like, yeah, it's costing me a lot of money, but it's investing into my house. Like that house will be worth more. So the equity will increase. Okay. So that's spending money to create a future. It's like, buying things that have intrinsic value is spending money to create a future. There's so many different points of view out there, and whatever you grew up with or have in your life right now doesn't have to be what it is. You are the one who gets to choose. You are the one that gets to take action and change whatever the hell you desire, but you got to choose it.